Hello trainees, today we are going to learn about making the lapped dovetail joint. The objectives of this video are, after this session you will be able to gathering equipment needed to make lapped dovetail joint, making the lapped dovetail joint, advantages and application of lapped dovetail joint. Let's start. Gathering equipment needed to make lapped dovetail joint. Wooden piece of dimension 70 into 40 into 275 millimeters, 2 numbers. Jack plane. Marking knife. Bench vise. Mallet. Tenon saw. Bevel edge chisel. Measuring tape. Tri-square, smoothing plane. Making the lapped dovetail joint. Check the wooden pieces using folding rule. Plane it to the required size of 70 into 20 into 225 millimeters. Let's name them as A and B. Mark and cut the plank lengths of 200 millimeters, 2 numbers. Saw off the waste end and finish it to square. Then we need to mark the dovetail pin on the wooden piece A. To mark the dovetail pin, we are going to follow the following steps. Let's first take a look at the drawing. Now let's mark the lines shown in this drawing on the wooden workpiece A. Let's first draw the line P, that is 15 millimeters away from the edge of the wooden piece. Next, let us draw a line that is in between this line and the edge. Now let's make the 10 millimeters and 20 millimeters marking along the edge of the wooden piece. Let's now take a look at the next drawing. Draw a line at a distance of 15 millimeters from line P. Label this region between the two lines as 2. Now draw another line at a distance of 15 millimeters away from the new line we just drew. Name the area between these lines as 3. Now separate the new line into 3 equal parts. With tri-square and the scriber, mark only the lines indicated with thick green lines as shown on the drawing. Use the marking knife or the mark pencil to mark. Then the regions inside 1 and outside the 20 millimeters lines can be shaded using a pencil. Now we need to make the dovetail pin on the wooden piece A. To make the dovetail pin, we are going to follow the following steps. Fix the piece A vertically in the vise or the bench vise. Cut the shaded area or the walls of the dovetail pin using a tenon saw. Saw on the waste side of the marking outline. Saw perpendicularly to the sides of the piece and up to the gauge line. Remember to cut a little away from the line so that you can finish off neatly with a chisel later. Chisel out the waist of dovetail pin with a bevel edge chisel or firmer chisel. Cut out small pieces of waste until gauge line is reached. Repeat the procedure for the other dovetail pins also. If necessary, clean the dovetail with chisel and mallet. Now the pin is ready. Now we need to mark the dovetail socket on the wooden piece B. To mark the dovetail socket, we are going to follow the following steps. Clamp the second wood piece number B onto the vise. Place the pin members of dovetail A to rest on the socket piece end side as shown. Hold the dovetail pin in the left hand and with the right hand mark out the profile of the dovetail with a scriber or a marker pencil on the socket piece B. Draw a series of strips to differentiate the waste wood that needs to be cut off. Mark the side and the depth till which the wooden piece B has to be cut. The depth should be equal to the depth of the wooden piece A, so 20 millimeters. Now we need to make the dovetail socket on the wooden piece B. To make the dovetail socket, we are going to follow the following steps. Clamp out the wooden piece and cut off the waste wood with a Tenon saw. Clean the dovetail with chisel and mallet until you have smooth finish. It should look like this when you're done. Assemble the pieces together properly. Check the joint for the squareness and evenness using tri-square. Advantages and application of lapped dovetail joint. Carpenters use dovetail joints to create cabinets, furniture, drawers, log buildings, car case construction, timber framing. Dovetail joints are known for their strength and durability. Let's quickly recap. In this instructional session, participants will learn to create a lapped dovetail joint. The video covers equipment gathering including wood, jack plane, scriber, bench vise, mallet, Tenon saw, bevel edge chisel, steel scale, measuring tape and tri-square. The tutorial guides through checking, planing, marking, cutting and assembling the joint. For the dovetail pin on piece A, dovetail joints find applications in carpentry for their strength and durability in creating various structures. Hope you understood everything taught in this session. See you in another video. Thank you and goodbye until then.